So let's talk about situation. So our current situation is this, is that we decided that we were going to stay in North Dakota, obviously years ago, full time. So after we sold our house in Bowman, we've been looking for a new house since 2001. Well, every house that we've looked at has mold or just so ranchered together that it's not worth the $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 price tag that comes with these properties. Well, we moved from Bowman this year. We moved from down in Bowman to Washburn, North Dakota. We lived in a house that was full of the last owners were white trash, and it was right next to the funeral home, and animal feces all on the floor. Well, the landlord, Jared, didn't pull any of that stuff up, maybe just cleaned it a little bit. There were still even metal tack strip nails in spots where we would grab our socks and rip our socks. So I had to go through randomly as we found them and beat those nails down. So unfinished floors, animal feces, plus mold. So that's fun. Oh, hey, we have a light here. So I'm not gonna be able to fix that. So anyway, we moved to Wilton because we couldn't find a place in Washburn that wasn't overly overpriced, full of mold, not white trash shitbox. So we found a rental in Wilton. Lady's name is Val, and her son's a contractor somewhere in Bismarck, this area, something, I don't know. Anyway, the garage, you can't use it. It had been parted in so much that the smell is so gross that you get headaches when you go in there. So I'm good. So I barely even use the garage. We moved the kids into the basement, which was all finished carpet, which I don't know if the kids did, if the son did it, or if another contractor had done it. But they had put carpet directly over tack strip that was molded. And so then that got molded. Also, she said the vent in the floor, the drain in those older homes, she said it was sealed in. What that means, I don't know. So after they pulled the carpet up, I went down there and looked at it, even though there was mold. It was not sealed in. It was full of water, and there was mold and stuff around that as well. So whoever did this job in this house, either she knew about it and she just went with it, or something. Anyway, she knew about the mold. We did not. Moved into the house. Eventually, we moved the kids out of the basement all the way upstairs. Aero Services finally come in. They only say they're going to demo the basement. Next thing you know, the kitchen, everything is completely just destroyed. So we're living in part of the house. Anyway, so we decided that we looked at houses. We looked at so many homes, with property, without property, lot, not a lot. We looked at so many types of property in such a broad price range that we couldn't find anything that was worth a shit. We had one where the mold in it was so bad that we had tinnitus right away, right when we walked in that home. Everybody did, even the realtor did. So we looked at several homes. They're just all kind of cobble fucked together, and so we decided, F it, we're gonna buy a RV. So we did. We didn't plan on buying one the size that we got, but we bought a 43-foot Montana fifth wheel, a 2025. So what this means is that we have new appliances, we have new stuff, we have clean air. That's at least the hope. I'm sure there's going to be some things that fail, because of things fail, but at least it won't be full of mold, at least right away. It won't. be used appliances that have never been flushed, that have never been cleaned. It's not going to be some hokey plumbing that you know, like Val's husband did or whoever did in this place. So we're just done, and I'm calling out names because I'm pretty fed up. I'm pissed off about it. I'm pissed off that I'm a contractor and I work on homes, and I see the stuff that people do to these homes, contractors, individuals, whatever, and I'm just like, what the fuck? How do you charge what you charge and then get away with what you get away with? It's just incredible to me. So we are moving into a 43-foot RV in the KOA campground in Bismarck. It's not what the plan was. Not even close what the plan was. The plan was to stay in North Dakota, buy a chunk of property, something nice. We don't want, I mean, we're not trying to plant corn and soybean and sunflowers and shit. We want a nice looking property. At least a few trees on it, you know. But not able to find that. Unless you're, even if you spend $1 million on these damn properties, you're going to get shit. So once again, that's why we're buying an RV. So, and behind me, you can see this box behind me. That's a washer dryer combo. I have a 100-pound propane tank. I have my cargo trailer hooked up. I'm going to Menards right now on, was it the 11th, October 11th. So it's starting to cool down, and so we have super winds today. So I'm in a rush to get this RV skirting on, which I'm not going to just do your foam. That's not going to hold up in North Dakota at all, especially with the wind. So I'm just going to do a cheap 2x4 frame, insulate it, and then seal it in. And I'm going to treat it like a residential property since we're going to be there till May. Unless we find something better. Less costly, because KOA is $1,200 a month. It's fucking spendy. It sucks. So if we find something better, faster, sooner, we're hitching up and getting the fuck out. It's a shitty situation. So I'll make another video about doing the RV skirting, and people are going to say, oh, you don't need that, you don't need that. Well, I'm in North Dakota and it's gotten to minus 65, and I've had gas lines and house in Bowman freeze up. So if it can do that in the house, it can do that in an RV. So say what you want, but I would rather be a little overkill than regret it and deal with that stuff in minus 65 with all my refrigerator on. So keep you updated.